हेलो दोस्तों, कैसे हैं आप लोग। उम्मीद है अच्छे होंगे। आज हम जानेंगे ह्यूमन बॉडी के स्केलेटल का लोअर लिम्ब। हम आपको सबसे छोटी हड्डी से लेके शरीर के सबसे बड़ी हड्डी तक आज बताएंगे, जो इस प्रकार से है।
Proximal phalanges are the largest bones in the toe. They form the base of the toe and are a separate bone from the middle phalanges and the distal phalanges. They are connected to the metatarsals in the feet. The middle phalanges are some of the smaller long bones that form the toes of the feet. They are positioned between the distal phalanges and the proximal phalanges. The distal phalanges foot are located at the end of each toe. 3 phalangeal bones make up each digit, articulating with each other at bending joints. The distal phalanges come at the end, right below the toenail.
हमारे पैर में टोटल 14 फैलेंजेस होते हैं, जो कि 4 अन्य फिंगर में और 2 अंगूठे में। अभी हम देखेंगे मेटाटार्सल।
The metatarsal bones, or metatarsus, are a group of 5 long bones in the foot, located between the tarsal bones of the hind and midfoot and the phalanges of the toes. Lacking individual names, the metatarsal bones are numbered from the medial side, the side of the great toe, the first, second, third, fourth, and fifth metatarsal. The metatarsals are analogous to the metacarpal bones of the hand. The lengths of the metatarsal bones in humans are, in descending order, second, third, fourth, fifth and first.
5 हमारे फुट में 5 मेटाटार्सल होती हैं। अब जब हम जानेंगे टार्सल के बारे में, जो कि टोटल 7 होती हैं, जो इस प्रकार से हैं।
The medial cuneiform, also known as first cuneiform, is the largest of the cuneiforms. It is situated at the medial side of the foot, anterior to the navicular bone and posterior to the base of the first metatarsal. Lateral to it is the intermediate cuneiform. It articulates with 4 bones: the navicular, second cuneiform, and first and second metatarsals. The tibialis anterior and fibularis longus muscle inserts at the medial cuneiform bone. The intermediate cuneiform, second cuneiform, or middle cuneiform is shaped like a wedge, the thin end pointing downwards. The intermediate cuneiform is situated between the other 2 cuneiform bones, the medial and lateral cuneiforms, and articulates with the navicular posteriorly, the second metatarsal anteriorly, and with the other cuneiforms on either side. The lateral cuneiform, also known as third cuneiform or external cuneiform, intermediate in size between the other 2 cuneiform bones, is also wedge-shaped, the base being uppermost. It occupies the center of the front row of the tarsal bones, between the intermediate cuneiform medially, the cuboid laterally, the navicular posteriorly, and the third metatarsal in front. The tibialis posterior inserts at the medial cuneiform, while the flexor hallucis brevis originates from it. In the human body, the cuboid bone is one of the 7 tarsal bones of the foot. The cuboid bone is the most lateral of the bones in the distal row of the tarsus. It is roughly cubical in shape, and presents a prominence in its inferior surface, the tuberosity of the cuboid. The bone provides a groove where the tendon of the peroneus longus muscle passes to reach its insertion in the first metatarsal and medial cuneiform bones. The navicular bone in humans is one of the tarsal bones, found in the foot. Its name derives from the human bone's resemblance to a small boat, caused by the strongly concave proximal articular surface. The term navicular bone or hand navicular bone was formerly used for the scaphoid bone, one of the carpal bones of the wrist. The navicular bone in humans is located on the medial side of the foot, and articulates proximally with the talus, distally with the three cuneiform bones, and laterally with the cuboid. The talus bone, astragalus or ankle bone, is one of the group of foot bones known as the tarsus. The tarsus forms the lower part of the ankle joint through its articulations with the lateral and medial malleoli of the two bones of the lower leg, the tibia and fibula. Within the tarsus, it articulates with the calcaneus below and navicular in front within the talocalcaneo-navicular joint. Through these articulations, it transmits the entire weight of the body to the foot. In humans, the calcaneus or heel bone is a bone of the tarsus of the foot which constitutes the heel. In some other animals, it is the point of the hock. In humans, the calcaneus is the largest of the tarsal bones and the largest bone of the foot. The talus bone, calcaneus, and navicular bone are considered the proximal row of tarsal bones. In the calcaneus, several important structures can be distinguished. The fibula or calf bone is a leg bone located on the lateral side of the tibia, with which it is connected above and below. It is the smaller of the two bones, and, in proportion to its length, the slenderest of all the long bones. Its upper extremity is small, placed toward the back of the head of the tibia, below the level of the knee joint, and excluded from the formation of this joint. Its lower extremity inclines a little forward, so as to be on a plane anterior to that of the upper end. It projects below the tibia, and forms the lateral part of the ankle joint. The tibia, also known as the shin bone or shank bone, is the larger and stronger of the two bones in the leg below the knee invertebrates, and it connects the knee with the ankle bones. The tibia is found on the medial side of the leg next to the fibula and closer to the median plane or center line. The tibia is connected to the fibula by the interosseous membrane of the leg, forming a type of fibrous joint called a syndesmosis with very little movement. The tibia is named for the flute tibia. It is the second largest bone in the human body next to the femur. The leg bones are the strongest long bones as they support the rest of the body. The patella, also known as the kneecap, is a thick, circular triangular bone which articulates with the femur and covers and protects the anterior articular surface of the knee joint. The patella is found in many tetrapods, such as mice, cats and birds, but not in whales, or most reptiles. In humans, the patella is the largest sesamoid bone in the body. Babies are born with a patella of soft cartilage which begins to ossify into bone at about 3 years of age. The femur or thigh bone is the most proximal bone of the leg in tetrapod vertebrates capable of walking or jumping, such as most land mammals, birds, many reptiles such as lizards, and amphibians such as frogs. In vertebrates with 4 legs such as dogs and horses, the femur is found only in the hind limbs. The head of the femur articulates with the acetabulum in the pelvic bone forming the hip joint, while the distal part of the femur articulates with the tibia and kneecap forming the knee joint. By most measures the femur is the strongest bone in the body. The femur is also the longest bone in the body.
उम्मीद है दोस्तों वीडियो अच्छा लगा होगा। अगर अच्छा लगा तो कमेंट कीजिए, शेयर कीजिए और सब्सक्राइब कीजिए।